Okay, what in the world is going on with the authorities? What in the world is going on with people being in power but not following the rules to being in authority? Like doing corrupt stuff with their power, their badges, when they're supposed to be. This story that is so falsified, that is so put together, that is like written, but there's no ending chapter for them. And they started the story of manipulation and fraud against an innocent person. And not only just an innocent person, that's one person, that's singular. A multitude of people. Because they have the authority to get a paycheck and harass people in the world. Like, we are not only sitting ducks out here if it wasn't for God and the protection of the Lord and people in high places that see these people. But let me ask you guys this, who are looking at these people who have actually told them to stop doing what they're doing, particularly to me, an innocent person who can't even go and be and identify herself. Any day, people could just come up to me and just get rid of me. This is awful. Because now these people want to hide who they truly are to keep their livelihood. So I'm a threat now. But you and all your friends started the story. And then you want to say I'm dangerous. Well, you guys are dangerous. For such an immature story. Hacking the phone, following people, looking at their medical records, trying to make them look crazy, trying to make them just basically looking for something to tell on them so they can look bad in the world that will satisfy their ego. And then not only that, this is like almost needing to go to Supreme Court. I called it out. This needs to go to the news, from the news to the courthouse to the civil rights, civil division, and then to the Supreme Court for law change. A person should not speak out on the internet and not be heard as true when it comes to them speaking about livelihood, and there's a pattern of people following them and their IP address states different from where they truly are. And they continue to have problems. And they're losing everything when they have been an entrepreneur all their life and had many leases and don't see the pattern. Now all of a sudden this person stop paying rent, can't pay rent, lose their house, downfall spiral within months. Nobody can see it. Nobody want to see it. Let me tell you about my big God. That's why I'm still here. Because these people would not be able to go through harassment, to go through not having money, to go through dark night of the soul, to go through the fact of evolving in spiritual. You have to get to higher levels to get protection. Oh God, and then they want to say you're crazy because of your beliefs. You can't tell nobody that they can't believe in a religion. And then get mad because they truly believe in a religion. And then they find out, I mess with somebody who's particularly just center herself in humility and very humble. So therefore, you didn't really think she had it in her to fight. When she's been fighting battles behind the scenes for God all her life. That will be the Queen ones, the Coach Cupcake. And she has a roaring spirit of truth. And they continue to attack her, follow her on the phone. They know everything, everywhere she goes. Yeah, this will be Supreme Court. There will be two people, particularly one, but two And then 2 in these authorities, these are friends. Guys, run! But you're still a conspiracy to the crime. What's wrong with this world? This is crazy. This is about emotions. Nobody stole anything from... Oh, yeah. They stole from me, impersonated me, and said they were married to me. Where is your wife? Why is your wife in a hotel? Oh, she dead. What happened to your lovely wife? Oh no. It was not me. It was somebody else saying they were me. So you're with your wife. But it's just not true. Me. So therefore, I'm supposed to die. I don't deserve to die. They say, shut up. Why? Why? You wrote the story. God says him gonna finish it. And my kids, they don't care about my kids. They didn't care about my life. They just wanted what they wanted. Animals, trafficking. I was sold. I was supposed to be somewhere being held a slave to just abuse my body. Oh, not to mention when you are in the spirit abducting my body in my sleep. That's nasty. Or having an erection over my pictures. But God blocked all of that BS. Can't do that anymore. None of you men would ever come and talk to me who have actually lost bodily fluids over your delusional fantasy. You wouldn't even come talk to me. You're not even of my caliber. They know I wouldn't want any of them. And so what happens with the phone, everybody needs to go cut off certain settings in your phone who's being gang stalked. So they can't use your information against you, basically. Okay? I'll be glad when God is finished with this because I have removed myself from the whole story. And you know what? I found out I was the main character. So I'm glad I'm out of this story. And I can be an entrepreneur. Why are you telling people I don't work and I'm lazy and I can't take care of my children and you've been going to a courtroom telling people this? That's lying. You're falsifying information against an innocent person who works like a horse. You should be ashamed of yourself. What's going on in the world? Oh my God, Lord, I'm so glad I followed Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I followed my intuition. I'm so glad I came out of that slump. I'm so glad and I can get back to my life and do what I'm going to do. And we got a new beginning and I was the person God was talking about, getting a new opportunity. And anybody want to work with me, you better come on with it. Where your contract at? I got good eyes. I can see it's some BS or if it's so real. I'm telling you, I need to rise up, right? I got an opportunity for those who want to get their paperwork together, the credit of their character, investments, and knowledge. So therefore, when you come on hard times like this, I'm going to show y'all. You come on hard times like this, you can call your broker and say, hey, I'm going to need a couple of dollars. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Or you can have a whole life insurance policy and you can get some kickback, which is the compound interest at the end of every year. You can get that, but you got to invest into it. So you got to put some money aside to build so you can put that stuff to play. Sometimes they have little rewards or little tickets off words, so percentages off. I'm talking so fast, but I'm telling you, we ain't got to stay down, baby. We just got to put the work in and be amongst people who won't hate. And y'all men need to rise up and protect these queens instead of trying to get sick other women on women to crush them so therefore you can win and make the woman feel you're a narcissist. You're a manipulative narcissist, whoever that's for. You're a narcissist. And you got the women thinking like that somebody is not good enough. They weren't. So, yeah, whatever. You twist their mind. They're thinking, whatever. This craziness.